Alright guys, first unboxing of 2023, and it's only fitting that it's Battlbox. So this is the OG Outdoor and Survival subscription. Lots of cool stuff in these every month. So this is the January 2023 box. Let's open this bad boy up. What's up guys, Eric here with ATHOME in the Future, and I'm back with another Battlbox unboxing. So if you're unfamiliar with Battlbox, and I doubt you are, this is the OG outdoor survival prepping tactical kind of subscription box. Super cool, been around a long time. This is mission 95, so it comes in 4 different flavors, going all the way from the basic box up to the big boy, the Pro Plus, which is what we unbox every month. If you want to get the subscription for yourself, follow the link on the screen or down in the description to find a good deal on it. Super fun every month though. Like I said, this is the first one for 2023, so let's pop the seal and see what we got inside. By the way, this is my Christmas present. This is a cool Microtech. I'm excited to have that. Always wanted to out the front knife. And if you're in a battle box, you probably like knives too, so I thought you'd want to check that thing out. All right, here we go. This is a big one. This box is like a giant cube, so it must have something pretty large inside of it this month. All right, let me see if I can get this lid out of the way. Boom, here we are, this month's box. As always, we have our mission brief. This is mission 95. Let's take a quick peek and then we'll dive into this thing real quick. So we get a rundown on everything in here. We get a sneak preview on what's in the box. And then we get our different levels of the box here. So we have Basic, Advanced, Pro, and then the Pro Plus, which is normally a knife of the month. Ooh, we got a Spyderco this month. All right, I'm excited about that. So as always, let's start at Basic and kind of work our way through, and I'll dig through this box and see what we can find. So let's kick things off. It looks like we have some Aqua Tabs, which is a water purification thing. I think, is that a bottle of 100 of them? That's gonna last a while. So let's dig through. All right, here we go. So Aqua Tabs. Now I have a lot of different ways to purify water. Most of the time it's like a filter, or we've had like the Grail bottles in Battlebox Pass 2 where you like press the water down and it runs it through a filter. This is actually, believe it or not, my first tablet kind of way of purifying water. And this looks like a bunch. We have 100 tablets, and I believe each of these purifies at least a gallon. Let's take a look at the rundown here. Okay, so Aqua Tabs is a purifying tablet. It kills all harmful bacteria and viruses in drinking water within 30 minutes. And each tablet can treat up to 4 gallons of water. Okay. No unpleasant taste and dissolves completely clear. Now I've had a buddy, he used this hiking once before. It reminded me just a little bit of like pool water, so I don't know what the chemical is. So it says sodium dichlorose, straight, I don't know. It's a long word. But the way these work, you just get some clear water. You may need to filter some grit and grime out of it, but then pop one of these bad boys in, like I said, up to 4 gallons. So maybe if you have a smaller source, you can probably pop a pill in half or something, I don't know. But drop it in, kind of swish it around, let it sit for 30 minutes or so, and it'll kill everything off. So that is super great to have for prepping, for your emergency kits. The thing I really do like about these is a lot of times, even if you have like a filter or like a live straw or a Sawyer filter, they still take up some space, but you could throw just a few of these tabs in a tiny little packet or something in the corner of like, even like one of the smaller Altoids kits, and have a pretty awesome little survival tool. So cool, that's the type of stuff I like to see in these boxes because it's useful. And it could save you someday, so that's pretty cool. Aqua Tabs, 100 of those things, probably more than you will ever need. If you're using all 100 of these in a single situation, you've got some bad news going on. So cool first item there from the basic box. Next up from Woox, which makes, I think, like outdoors, like knives and axes and stuff. We've got an axe in the past from Battlebox from Woox. We have something here, it looks like a cleaning system. Let's slide this open. Yeah, so we got a few things. There's a box right here. You know what, I'm actually gonna move this whole box out of the way before we keep going. All right, that's a little better. So from Woox, we've got kind of a microfiber towel. I don't know, this actually, I don't think it is microfiber. It's more like a terry cloth or something. We got a tactical toothbrush, it looks like here, with some rougher bristles and stuff. I guess to get some grit and grime. Ooh, mine's got a little chunk of something taken out of it. And then we've got some cleaner here. So it says it's ideal for wood and metal surfaces, made in the USA. It is an eye irritant, so don't get it in your eyes. It's kind of cool. From Hickory, North Carolina. It says a bio-based degreaser and cleaner, dissolves oil, grime, and dirt or dust. Good for sensitive surfaces. All right, cool. So if you got axes, if you got knives and other stuff like that, it's like a pretty great solution for it. Just spray, scrub, and clean, you're good to go. I guess the little toothbrush here is for getting those surfaces. I tell you what this would be good for. I went to a campsite by a river with some buddies about a year ago, and we were hanging out, but we were dropping stuff like on the shore, in the river, nonstop, just goofing off and being idiots with all of our gear that we stocked up over time. But this stuff was gross when I got it back, and having something like this to clean it up would be totally awesome. So Cool to have. That's from Wooks, an all-in-one tactical gear cleaner. I don't know what makes it tactical beyond the type of gear you'd probably clean, but neat. So you got a little towel. We've got, I guess, a little coupon code thing there in a bottle. So that's the second item there. And then last up from Camo Core, we have a chamois bundle. Now here we go. So we got a few different chamois. Whenever I hear a chamois, you always think of like the ShamWow guy. Didn't that guy go like off the rails completely or something? But this is basically what that is. You have a nice kind of pixelated camouflage chamois. These are super light. The heaviest part of this is actually this carabiner is super heavy. But even the stapled on packaging is probably more heavy than the chamois itself. So we have a kitchen chamois, we have filled chamois, and then we have just like a sponge. Now this has 2 sponges. I guess they're both in that thing. But over time, these things are awesome to have. Just general cleanup, great for washing cars and everything. Again, these are so light that it would be nice to throw this in like a go bag or even just like your camping kit. This one has 2 towels, 2 14 by 10, this one's 27 by 10, and this has 2 sponges. The only thing with these sponges, man, I've never had a sponge not get gross after like 2 days. They just get that sponge stink. It seems like no matter what you do. Maybe if you left it out in the sun, it'd be better. Let's see if there's anything special to know about these. Dries quickly, great for cleaning up. So all these things, it says has a super absorbent camouflage fabric. That's kind of a fun name. Holds over 15 times its weight. Again, I see that ShamWow guy saying all this really loud and really fast, but cool. And the nice thing about these, they do dry super fast. So if you clean up stuff around camp, you can just throw them up, hang them over a line or something, get some paracord and put them up, and they dry off super quick. So that's your basic box right there. We got several chamois. We got this awesome cleaning kit and some aqua tabs. So really cool gear there. Next up, the advanced box. This goes up about $25 more if I remember right. We have a bone dry rust prevention handgun case. All right, so I'm pretty familiar with these guys. They make some good stuff. So what you have is just like a portable case, obviously for carrying a firearm or some knives, that sort of stuff. It's made for firearms though, because it's got a place for magazines and other gear you may want to store with it. So not only is it padded and pretty reliable, pretty rugged, but you can feel this. You can't see it, but you may even be able to hear it. This thing is loaded full of those like the silica beads that come in a lot of stuff you get that you're not supposed to eat. Those things just soak up any sort of moisture. So I have a rifle case from these guys as well. It even has a place here for a little morale patch. But the idea behind this is you throw your stuff in it, and no matter, even if it has like a trace of water or something deep down or moisture that's not supposed to be there, it's like these beads, just by surrounding your gear, actually absorb all that stuff up and soak it in. And I don't think the case ever like swells up or anything. I've never had that happen to mine, but really good, really useful gear if you're into that stuff. This may be one of those things though, if you're not carrying stuff this size or things that you need to worry about moisture with or anything, this may or may not be for you, I don't know. Looks like it even has some straps there, put on some MOLLE maybe. But cool, that is a high quality product. Bone Dry makes really, really nice stuff. This is kind of their MO, is keeping stuff super nice, keeping your gear protected, and taking good care of it. So that is the dust prevention case. It says here it holds up to 2 .45 caliber guns, 5 magazines, and a toolkit. So it's made to just pack full of stuff. So pretty rad. So that is the advanced box. You would get that, and then all the other basic box stuff. And then we have the Pro Box, which is the big item, the big as far as taking up a lot of space this month. And that is a big old heavy-duty super warm sleeping bag. Let's get it out of the plastic. All right, so here we are, deep down in the stuff sack from Climate. We have the Wild Aspen 20. So it looks like we have a mummy bag. This is regular length, so if you're super tall, this may not work for you. It works fine for me. I'm 5'10", just kind of a medium size where everything seems to fit, and I fit in everything else. But like I said, this is great for backpacking, for camping. It's fairly light too. Now, if you're like a big backpacker or like an ultralight person, you're gonna be counting ounces and stuff. So this may not be what you're looking for. This is 2.5 pounds, which is light to the average person, but for backpackers, you may be agonizing over the size. But Climate makes really good stuff. I really like their inflatable pads and gear. It had a seat that they make that came recently in another box. Man, I love that thing. It's awesome for sitting on bleachers and stuff. So mummy bags that may or may not be your style. I can do them most of the time. Sometimes, like this one looks like it's cut well. Sometimes they cut them really narrow so they can be a little restrictive. But this is a 20-degree bag. So if you're new to sleeping bags and this sort of thing, what that means is it will keep you alive at 20 degrees. that does not mean that you're going to be super comfortable at 20 degrees. You're going to be cold. So a good rule of thumb for sleeping bags is that your sleeping bag is going to keep you warm about 15 degrees above the rating on here. So this is really a 35-degree bag. You'll feel warm and comfortable. Anything below that, you're going to start feeling pretty chilly. You'll be alive and you'll make it through the night. But yeah, that's just good to know. If you want sub-freezing temperature camping type gear, then you want like 0 rated stuff. Let's see if there's anything they want us to know here. So it does have a built-out foot box, so your feet have somewhere to go. It's got a zipper draft tube and everything, so a really great, well-made bag. And this is something cool I'm seeing in the guide here that I haven't seen before. It's recommended by Russell from Athens, Georgia. So I think they actually have some of the other Battlebox nerds like me recommending some gear and picking out some cool stuff for future boxes. That's awesome. So that is the Pro Box item this month. You get the sleeping bag, you get the handgun case, and you get everything else. And let's switch over to the thing that everybody gets the most excited about, the Pro Plus box. And we actually have a Spyderco knife, which I'm pumped about. So here we are. What model is this? This is the Spyderco Resilience lightweight version, which means it's got FRN scales. We got a little paperwork down here. This is a big knife. Look how long this thing is. Now, this is not a large Microtech at all, but you can see this is about an average size knife. But look, this thing has to be 5 inches long. Let's see what kind of blade we got. All right, so it looks like, I see serrations here. Okay, subscribers may get one of the 2 blade options. Look how long that blade is. That is an enormous knife for the size, but it is still very, very light. It is a liner lock, so easy open, easy close. The Spidey hole in this thing, sometimes these are kind of stick up much higher. It's kind of lower profile as far as Spidey holes go there. But it does have the nice FRN handles, which is fiber reinforced nylon. Really sturdy stuff. They make a big deal about having like bi-directional grippiness on these. And I will say they do have, as far as like the plastic type handles go, Spydercos are definitely some of the grippiest. They've got your lanyard hole down there. I mean, it's a handsome knife. It is a big one. You're going to have some big, deep pockets for that thing. But it's nice. It has nice jimping along the back. Feels really good. Now, I've got smaller hands too, so I probably wouldn't normally carry a knife this size. But man, this is nice. Big full flat grind. I feel like the badging on my Spydercos is normally darker. This is kind of like a lighter laser thing they have on here. So it is made in China. The steel is 8CR13 MOV, so not the highest steel, but still fine for a knife. Yeah, just seeing a Spyderco in a Battlebox box is pretty great. Can you guys do the Spidey flick thing? That's not really my style yet. Oh yeah, the pocket clip here too. Man, it's a really tight clip. Normally, the Spydercos I've had in the past too have like a coated clip. So this one is just exposed, I'm guessing aluminum or stainless, but it is like you can put it on anywhere in the knife, tip up or tip down carry, pretty cool. So that is this month's knife of the month, the Spyderco Resilience. Awesome to see. Total overall length, 9.4 inches. That is a giant folding knife, but it's really, really light. I mean, this thing is easily, I'd have to say that's under 3 ounces. It is lighter than this Microtech over here, for sure. So that's wild. So that's this month's Pro Plus box. You get all this stuff, plus this awesome knife, and that is Mission 95 for Battlebox. As always, if you want to get the subscription for yourself, follow the link on the screen or down in the description. Battlebox is always a ton of fun, lots of cool gear every month. Battlebox is definitely one of my favorite subscriptions that we get. So that is it for this month's unboxing. As always, hit that like button if you dug the video, and subscribe if you want to see more unboxings and more stuff like this. We'll see you next time.